UFC 312 is taking place at the weekend, and I usually break down all of the cards and give my kind of thoughts on every single fight on the card. But I kind of want to talk about how fucking shit UFC 312 is. And I really want to just like kind of pick the brains of the UFC into thinking how they thought this was an acceptable card to put on a pay-per-view in Australia, who get pay-per-views once a year or twice a year. Okay, I'm pretty sure the last pay-per-view was Drickus. They love putting Drickus du Plessis in Australia. Like, it is fucking crazy. This is his second title defense, and it'll be in fucking Australia. But I actually, like, let's look at the main card here. So we have Jake Matthews on opening up the main card. Absolute savage. Unranked. Versus Prado, who's unranked. Then we have Jimmy Crute. Okay, Jimmy Crute back. Jimmy Crute's a bit of a stud. I like Jimmy Crute. He's a nice prelim fighter to have on this card. Open up the main card. Whatever. Open up the prelims. Then we have Justin Tafa. Okay, Justin Tafa is 7-4. Okay, and he is the last fight before a title fight. That is absolute fucking insanity. Okay, that is one of the worst main cards I have ever seen. To be fair, Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez is actually quite a good fight. It actually is quite a good fight, and I do like it. Okay, I actually like that fight. But no one really cares. No one really cares. Okay? And then we get on to the main event. We have Drickus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland. Why the fuck do they just put these lot in just random places? Like, I'm pretty sure this is Drickus' second time fighting in Australia. This is Strickland's second time fighting in Australia. They fought in Canada. Their first fight was in Canada. Like, what's the fucking point? Why isn't this in, like, Africa? Okay, because Strickland has cleared out the division. He deserves to be fighting in Africa or somewhere like that. I honestly think that the fan interest for this fight is so fucking low because middleweight is the worst division in the UFC. They were like, okay, we don't have a main event for the Australia card. Volk's not there. JDM's not there. Hooker's not there. Whitaker's not there. Fuck it, just give them Strickland versus Drickus. Who gives a shit? Okay, because like I said, we don't have Volkanovski on this card. Dan Hooker's fighting next month against Justin Gaethje. Why didn't you just put him on this card? Jack LaMaddalena is the same. He's fighting next month against Leon Edwards. You could have done the Ian Gary fight. Do you know what I mean? Why didn't you put some of these fighters on this card? At least put one of them on this fucking card. Okay? Like, this is just an absolute disgrace. Compared to the previous cards Australia has had. Randy Brown versus Jack LaMaddalena. Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett as co-main event. And Makhachev versus Volkanovski. A super fight, pound for pound number 1 versus pound for pound number 2 as the main event. Bro, it's fucking ridiculous how shit this fucking card is. Bro, and the prelims, and the early prelims, at least we have Ilya Topuria's brother, okay, against Colby Thickness, making his debut. Tom Nolan, oh my god, Jack Jenkins, Gabriel Santos, no one gives a fuck. Okay, absolutely no one cares. These, don't get me wrong, these actually could be banger fights. The fights themselves could be fucking scraps, could be absolute wars, but there's no name value to this card. Okay, they are kind of lighter weight classes, which I like to see. You know what I mean? We have on the prelims we have featherweight, lightweight, women's flyweight, bantamweight. You know what I mean? And lightweight again, lightweight, flyweight. That's where kind of the more action-packed stuff happens. It's going to be a lot of fast-paced stuff, but damn, bro, they really missed the fucking mark. You know what I mean? They really missed the mark, and like Justin Tafa, just before the co-main event, there was Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. Like, if you're an Australian fan and you're going to see the Australian fighters, you're leaving at that point. Okay, obviously you're not going to leave because like the only reason you're buying tickets is to go see Drickus versus Strickland, but even at that, man, like, if Sean Strickland got cut from the sport tomorrow, I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't care, bro. Okay, this dude literally just sat out and fucking cried on Twitter about how he got robbed. And he had one of the fucking worst decisions against Paulo Costa. I'm pretty sure that was a split decision as well. Holy fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck. Okay, dude, I just do not like Sean Strickland. He's an absolute crybaby, okay? And all he does is go in there, throw a fucking jab and a teep kick and talking about he's going to kill someone in the ring. In the cage. Absolute fucking joke, but Drickus du Plessis, I actually quite like him. I don't really mind Drickus, to be honest with you. He's grown on me a lot. I want to see him versus Hamzat. You know, I hope Drickus actually wins just to get this fight out of the way. And I think Drickus is going to win. I've spent like the last few minutes shitting on this card because I needed to. But I'll talk about the main event. The first fight was like really close. And I feel like this fight's going to be similar as well. But the thing is, Strickland can actually win. Strickland can definitely win this fight. Like, he's got really good wrestling defense, takedown defense. His ability to get back up to the feet is exceptionally good in our first fight when they fought in Canada. I think that was 297, I believe. Just going off the top of my head, I think it was 297, but I can't remember. Even that fucking card was a little bit better. It had like Arnold Allen, Mosvar, Chris Curtis, and things like that. That was Canadian card though, so but still, it's a good fight. Like that was such a close fight. I think Drickus will win though. Like I'm never not betting on Drickus Duplessis ever, ever again, bro. Okay, that dude is shit. He is a terrible style, but he knows how to fucking win. Okay, that is something you cannot teach. This dude knows how to win. I think Strickland will come in with a better game plan though. Like, do you know what I mean? I think these guys have kind of fought each other more, and I feel like Strickland is going to be the one to make adjustments. I don't really see Drickus changing his style now. It's kind of worked for him for the last while. I don't really see him changing much now. He's kind of blitzing forward movement, and his unpredictability and his sloppiness, to be honest with you, gets him in positions to where he just tangles people's up and finds the positions and finds the shots. Strickland is quite clean on the feet, so I didn't really see him get hit with too much in the first fight that I'm like, ooh, you know, like an overhand right might catch him or something like that. Nothing like that. Like Pereira's left hook caught him. I don't think Drickus is going to finish him. I think it'll be a close fight. The first fight was very close. I did give Drickus 3 rounds. I can't remember which ones off the top of my head. But I feel like Drickus is on a momentum now. And like I said, he just knows how to fucking win. Do you know what I mean? Like, he really does know how to win. And I just hope Drickus wins, because I think Hamzat versus Drickus is such a massive fight. Like, it's fucking huge. And if we can get that fight going throughout the summer, bro, I'm fucking here for it. You know what I mean? And I think Strickland versus Hamzat is nowhere near as big a fight as Drickus versus Hamzat, because I think Drickus has more hype. Obviously, he's beaten Strickland before, but he's finished Whitaker. He finished Adesanya. And what Strickland did was extremely impressive, beating Adesanya by 5 rounds. But you didn't finish him. You didn't submit him. You were the first person to submit him in the UFC, which is an incredible achievement. And he finished Whitaker as well. I will never forget how much I wrote him off for that fight. Like, I thought he had absolutely no chance. And the thing is, I feel like someone would, like, I've talked about divisional skill gaps on this channel before. I feel like that's what's going to make Hamzat beat Drickus, because he has a massive skill gap, and I can't wait to see Hamzat with the belt. It's gonna make the sport better. I'm looking forward to it. But this fight, I'm gonna go with a Drickus decision. Don't really see either of them finishing each other. I feel like they're both kind of solid in the defense. I think Strickland's probably more clean on the feet with the defense as well, to where I don't think he's going to be able to get caught by big shots. Obviously, the wrestling was kind of a talking point in the first fight. Strickland does very well getting back to his feet, but Drickus does well getting Strickland down to a point where the judges might be able to look at it and go like, ooh, close round that. He did get a little bit of a takedown. I might give him that round. That's something that needs to be considered as well. But I'll go with Drickus on this one, you know, on this absolutely fucking disappointing card. Even like compare this to the London card, like that are kind of stacking it. Obviously, you know, when you're stacking a card, you want it to be the hometown fighters. You know, even let's look at the London card. We have Leon Edwards, Jack Daniel Medellin, Jan Blachowicz, Carlos Ulberg. Why isn't Carlos Ulberg on this fucking card? Bro, they have missed the beat so much. I just realised Carlos Ulberg as well. Anyway, Mick Parkin versus Tybura. Christian Leroy Duncan's on this card as well. Molly McCann's on this card. Joy Herbert, Lon Kavanagh, Nathaniel Ward, Morgan Chariot, Nathan Fletcher, Kaelan Loughlin, Jordan Vucenic just got announced to fight Duncan as well. That is how you stack out. Stack out. Okay? And you don't even have names like Pimlet. You don't even have names like Arnold Allen. You don't have names like Tom Aspinall. To think all them fought on the one card during the summer is actually insane, but that's how you stack out a fight night main event. If you're packing it out in a certain place. That's a fight night. This lump of shit is a main event of a pay-per-view. Man, if you're from Australia and you're thinking about buying tickets, bro, why would you ever want to buy tickets to this? I get like it's a UFC and it's in your hometown and stuff like that, but fuck that. That's what I think about this card. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching.